100,000 people are expected to be in St Peter's Square later on as Pope Francis delivers his first Angelus. It's a chance for him to speak about his priorities. Well, let's head over to the Vatican this morning, talk to Austen Ivereigh from Catholic Voices. Austen, very good morning to you. You must be looking forward to hearing what Pope Francis has to say today, and as he outlines his priorities and his vision for the Catholic Church over the coming years. What are you hoping to hear?
I mean, I think everything at the moment is exciting about this Pope. Everything feels very, very new. He's broken with so many traditions. He's his own man. You know, one has a nice feeling that almost anything can happen. Today's Angelus will not be actually the programme that you're talking about. That comes in the homily on Tuesday. It is at the Mass of his inauguration. Today's Angelus will be a prayer. It'll be a meditation, probably about 20 minutes. You can see the crowd's already immense just to hear what he has to say. I hope what he has to say, given what he has said so far, will be compelling and interesting, but it's also the way he says it that's so beautiful. He's so warm, so engaging. He goes off script. He's natural. He's spontaneous. He moves out to meet people, and I think that's what's really touching people's hearts. What's going on now is he seems to have lost the stiffness of the papacy. A lot of the trappings of the kind of the monarchy papacy are being lost here in favour of this very direct simplicity.
I'm intrigued a little bit, Austen, in the fact that you welcome this so much, and I know a lot of Catholics welcome this new warmth to the role, in that we know the Catholic Church is steeped and is driven a lot by its strong tradition. Is it a surprise to you that someone who is pushing against that tradition and clearly trying to be his own man while still being the Holy Father is being so broadly welcomed?
Yeah, I think he's not. I mean, he's not against tradition. The Catholic Church, as you say, is all about tradition. He will be, in many ways, a traditional pope. He'll carry on and pass on the teaching of the Church. But you know, the Church is. I suppose things don't really change in the Church, as what happens is we recover elements that had been lost. And I think particularly in the last few years, there's been a kind of, the Vatican's felt a bit adrift. It's got more fussy, more fusty, the liturgies have got more sort of complex. And of course we've had a number of evidences of dysfunction in the Curia, the Vatileaks scandal and so on. All of which suggests an organisation which has sort of lost touch a little bit, I mean here in the Vatican, I mean, with its central purpose, which is its mission, which is to communicate Christ. So it feels at the moment like, you know, a lot of that's being swept away. Look, just to give you a little example, you know, he went out of the Vatican the other day, impromptu, to make a visit to an elderly cardinal in a hospital. You know, the security detail went in 2 BMWs, he went in a simple Volkswagen. You know, he's a man who wants simplicity because that's all he needs, and he believes that that's what's the best way of communicating the gospel. So I think we're going to see a lot of, not sort of substantial changes in doctrine or teaching, it's more the style and the warmth and the approach of the papacy. It's going to be a much more direct and much more attractive and much more engaging kind of papacy, I think, than we've seen in many years.
Austen, appreciate your time. Good to talk to you.